All my niggas we coastin', high grade we smoking, on the highway we rollin', crackin' bottle we toastin'.
So I understand what engineers
so
mean
like
and
so
shit
like
that.
like a CNC machinist.
Yeah.
Okay, so you work with like Akuma's 5-axis machines.
Pumas, VTLs.
VTLs. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So, I was traveling. I had supplier clients all over the world. I had to, get on the plane.
He was doing it.
I had to make process flows for the machinists to follow. Come up with the new programs.
Yep, I know. Yep.
Program Vericut, all of that stuff, and develop some type of lean manufacturing tactics so that
make the process quicker.
Make the process quicker. And like I was an engineer that the machinists liked, because a lot of the white engineers is like, no, this is how we gonna do it, or this is that. I always listen to what the machinists say.
Yo,
like,
listen.
Can you cut this? Can you make this dimension without scrapping the part? Can you cut this dimension?
Yeah,
Can you make this feature without being out of tolerance? And a lot of people, I always made the machinists feel good about coming to work. Like they got a chip on their shoulder anyway, because it's like they probably wanted to be engineers, and it's just like some of the machinists make more money than the engineers because
they work all day every day,
time and a half plus holidays.
Yep.
Right. So like me, I never had that pedestal where like I'm better than you or I'm better than him. Like when I was at Pratt, everybody fucked with me because I'm even saying what up to the sanitation staff. Like, yo, what's up? What's going on?
Treat
and
the janitor the same way you treat the CEO.
Same way, because you making sure the shop floor clean so they can have great 3P. You know what 3P is?
Nah, I don't.
I know. 3P is like the cleanliness of the shop floor.
Oh yeah.
They just every shop I ever worked at, like first shop I ever worked at, it was nothing. It was nothing. It was trash.
I mean the mom and pop shops is different.
Yeah, I worked at I don't know if I should say this out loud. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. EMI Electro Methods. So I worked at Electro Methods. So it's a decent sized company. It's not like Pratt and Whitney, but it's a decent sized company. But they made sure they was honest, and that's one thing. I know you know what you're talking about, because when you got an engineer and a CNC machinist, it's like it's a love and hate relationship, bro.
It's a love and hate relationship.
Or these motherfuckers just hate these dudes.
Exactly.
And like fuck you, bro. Like I don't even fuck with
because
you.
Like you're the one making my part, right? I gotta listen to you. And plus my dad's a machinist, so I had the knowledge of him saying, look, we don't fuck with engineers, but if you go in there with this relationship or this attitude where it's just like you listen to them, act like you care what they saying. And they was taking me out to lunch. They was inviting me to their houses. They was like telling me about their own personal life situations and like asking for my opinion. I'm 23 at the time. These 55, 65-year-old dudes are telling me about they life struggles and like, yo, what should I do? Because I gave them that empathy, that comfort in the beginning. Like, yeah, I'm the only black dude in here, but like I'm gonna make you feel like you somebody who changed the world. Ain't that much black people. So
that's a world y'all need to get into. I'm sorry to cut you off, but that's a world y'all need to get into. Get into trades, man. Stop
yeah, trades is the life to get into. Yo.
So like a lot of the machinists at Pratt, like the ones who were like, they call them tier 1, tier 0s, meaning that they experience and they get the overtime first. And like some of them was doing $180 too, because they coming in for holidays. They work in doubles, but like a lot of them don't have the work-life balance, and that was my whole thing.
And to be honest with you, that's why I kind of got a little bit out of. I'm not going front. I got laid off, but I could have easily went and got another job.
Right.
I got the certification for that shit. But that's one thing. Like, I want something where I could not be so caught up in work I can't enjoy life, because that shit right there will. It's good money, but it's draining.
So they said that the New York Police Department and Pratt and Whitney had the 2 highest divorce rates in corporations in the world.
It makes sense.
Because
niggas live there.
These cats live there.
Yeah, yo,
right?
bro, 12 hours a day every day.
That money and that chip that they implant in your head, like, if you could put together 5 turbines for us, by the end of the month, we're going to give you extra. And that's how it is.
That incentive talk.
But, like, I'm an alpha man. And it's just like, I could go get my own money. So at the same time, I'm like, yo, I'm coming home. I'm investing in my business. I have went and bought me an iMac. I went to Apple. When I was a student at UHart, when I had no money, I was like going to Apple store. I'm like, I'm gonna buy this computer, the 5K Retina that was like $4,000, and they would look at me like, yeah, okay, you know. And I just kept saving and saving and saving, but I knew that machine was gonna get me to the next level.
Fact.
That iMac, and I just got upgraded. I just upgraded to the 2021, but that iMac eliminated so many bottlenecks for me as far as editing.
Yes.
And like I was able to really
easier.
and like when you know, a lot, you got the Windows users and you got the iMacs, but I was always really a Mac type of dude. And I knew if I invested in myself in the right equipment, I was going to really, you know, get to the next level. I bought a Panasonic GH4, which at the time was like a mid-level, entry-level film mirrorless camera that was like, okay, you got this camera, everybody's shooting on like Rebel Series Canons from Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Or like wherever they got it from, and it's just
the
like
T4s,
the T4s, the T5s, but like that GH4 was a different level at the time. And then, you know, I'm like, yeah, I really want to make this serious. So I'm booking jobs while working, taking vacation time off, and hopefully they don't see this. So I'm like, you know what? I want to get into fashion, right? And my client sent me a text message at the time. Monday said, I met you 3 years ago today. New York Fashion Week is going on right now. And I knew I wanted to get into fashion, right? So I went on NewYorkFashionWeek.com, looked at all the brands and sponsors who are going to be there. So I went on LinkedIn and I looked at these people, found these people, sent them all emails. And this is what people don't know, these tactics, and I'm willing to share all these tactics too, because I don't want to keep everything within. If I can share some creative tactics on how to get business leads, I can do that too. So I reached out.
So repeat that. You say you went to LinkedIn and sent everybody emails?
I went to LinkedIn and sent everybody that was on that sponsorship list an email. One company got back to me and said, could you meet us in New York tomorrow? Mind you, I got to go to Pratt & Whitney tomorrow at 8 a.m.
So then I got to make a decision.
I made a decision.
And you went to New York.
I ain't feeling well. Yeah, I had a long...
Called out of work easily.
I got on the Metro North. I drove to West Haven, got on the Metro North to Grand Central. Met them at some Airbnb that they had, the company, the PR rep or whoever. Met them. They wanted to see my work. They're like, let us see your book. And I showed them and said, all right, we're going to give you a chance Wednesday during the castings. So they were casting models to shoot for their beauty stuff. And then that's when it all opened up for me. Because then I proved myself that time. And then they said, could you come to Jamaica next week?
Wow. What?
I'm like, yeah, I'm still sick. Could you come to LA Fashion Week in October, the following couple weeks? I'm sick.
I got Rona.
This not even, Rona wasn't
Oh,
even
this
out.
Is oh wow.
You had the Rona anyway. It don't matter.
Rona wasn't even out. This is
was
2016.
You had the Rona before the Rona
This is
became popular.
2016. This is 2016.
Damn.
So no, not even. This is 2018. It's 2018.
So 5 years after graduation.
2018. So they asked me to. They say, we're working with influencers out in London. Could you go to Dubai and film that? So once I went to Dubai, that kind of opened me up a little even wider, because now I'm dealing with higher paying clients.
How was Dubai?
Dubai is really good. I went twice so far.
Twice?
Yeah, Dubai is really good.
So what's one of your favorite places you've been so far?
Dubai is definitely one of them. But as far as filming content for brands, Sedona, Arizona is really nice.
Oh, wow.
Where else? Cabo San Lucas. I was working on a campaign for Marriott International, Marriott Bomboy.
Wow.
And
shit.
The hotel that I was working with, brand new, just being built. I actually was supposed to be working with them again, but like the hotel got shut down due to infrastructure issues. They like built the hotel on like the edge of a cliff.
Oh wow.
So like they gotta reinforce it, so like they're not having guests right now. But I mean,
why the hell would you do that?
When you travel and you see all these different places,
exactly.
like the architecture is crazy.
Thing. It's
like
an aesthetic thing,
right? So it's just like,
hey, bro, I ain't never stayed on no hotel by a cliff.
You gonna see? I can show you too.
There's niggas that stay in hotels underwater.
Hey, it's crazy. So it's just like, right now. I still got my job, right? So like I had a $30,000.
You still got? You still working?
No, like at the time.
At the time,
yeah, he still had.
No. I mean, yeah, back then you were still working. Were you doing all this?
Yeah. So I had a $40,000 a month. I had a $20,000 a month, a $30,000 a month. I'm like,
why am I still here?
Yeah, it's time to go. So I went to Dubai again the second time, and it's just like during the COVID thing, and like we got furloughed, like they cut everybody's salary 10%, and it's just like, okay, now I'm really making less money.
Yeah.
I went out to LA, and there's people out there like, yo, you need to come out here, and like you'll kill it. Like, it's not too many good black creative filmmakers out here like you that's focused. Like, come out here. So it's just like, it really had my mind on another level. And it's just like, the thing about corporate America is just like, I'm just a number. They don't really care about you.
Nah, they don't.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
So it's just like, when I left, people who I was going to lunch with every day, people who I was like, they was in my car, or I was in their car, or like I would hang out with them, they gonna send me a text message. If you send me a text message, I'm an emotional type of person. If me and you went out to eat every day,
call me and
call me and say, yo, let's meet up or something.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I know y'all ain't really fuck with me. Y'all just wanted me for my ability.
Fact.
And that's what it is. So like, my sister still works there, but she's an executive. She's high end. So like, she's up there. So like, that's her life. But she's on that computer right now on a Friday at 8 o'clock. Right?
Why you
but
here?
it's just like, but she big time though. Like, she's on a executive jet. She flying here and there. Like, she does the presentations for like the CEOs and stuff like that. Like, she's up there. Yeah. And my sister's a huge inspiration for me as far as like why I am the way I am and how I am. Not my parents. It was my sister on me. Like, she had my Power School account, my Blackboard account. She knew my grades before I even knew about them. Like, how the fuck you got a C in English?
Like, what
I'm
you
like,
doing that
I'm walking out of class. She calling me like, how the fuck you get a C? I'm like, damn, I didn't even get back to my dorm room to see it. But like, she kept me straight, and she was working at Otis Elevator. I would go visit her sometimes, and like, I'm like, damn, I want an office like this. But like, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but like, I did it. And engineering was never my passion. I tell people I faked it. But like, I faked it so good, but I thought it was for me.
Yo, you one of them people that just good at everything you do.
In a sense.
And it's just like, I faked it. Like, bro, I got a 7 out of 100 on my first physics exam. You feel me? Like, we came from University High Science and Engineering. We wasn't prepared for that shit
at all.
I went to UHart, and the School of Arts and Sciences for all the nerds. The professor's looking at me like, you lost? I'm like, no. you Professor Melosa for? They're like, yeah. I'm like, damn. They had some rocket science shit on the board. I'm like, damn. I sucked my teeth like a Jamaican. I said, yeah.
Hard suck.
Yo, and I'm just like, I got that 7 out of 10, and I went back to my dorm room. I said, I'm not going out like this. I'm a very prideful person, and I'm not going out like this. I went and got 3 tutors, and at the time, if you got a tutor on campus, you dumb. And that's just a stigma.
No, for UHart, that's the standard for UHart.
Like,
that's how
so
UHart
like,
is.
I was embarrassed, but then I said, you know what? They not paying for my tuition, right? I went and got 3 tutors. I put my name on the board for 3 tutors to help me out, and people go, oh, he dumb. Oh, he doing this. I made the president's list the following semester because that was the only switch I needed.
Yo, you're not scared to
take that leap?
No.
Yeah,
So then they asked me to be president of the Nesby chapter on campus, and I had a chapter of like 30 people, and that's a tough. And I like I was saying, the campus activities team, I was head of student publicity, so I had a lot of shit to deal with. And then I wasn't balling, which made Hartford really like upset because I had talent and I didn't want to just be a one-dimensional basketball player. Yeah, I had a scholarship to go to Putnam Science Academy, do 1 year, and then go get a low D1, mid D1. Mm-hmm. But that wasn't me. I was always smart, but at the time it was just basketball.
Yeah.
And a lot of cats now, I run into them, they're like, yo, why you stop playing this and that? Like, you could at least went overseas and this and that. But, like, bro, my mind was bigger than that.
Yeah, it's like,
You know what I'm
because
saying?
some people always just see, like, that one goal for the rest of their life. And it's like, yo, you got to see another picture. Because even if you do, say hypothetically, which is slim pickings, people do make it to the league, right? Even you have to retire at some point.
Bro, the
And
best
you gotta
players
have
out of
some type
Connecticut, Khalil Dukes, Tremont Waters, the best players out of Connecticut. Still, barely, like Khalil ain't even getting no NBA looks, but he's a hell of a player.
Yeah, I saw Phil Starks the other day too.
Phil was nice, but like on that level of Khalil and Tremont, it's just different. And Tremont, he was on the Celtics, but then he was playing on the Red Claws, which is their main G League
Yeah,
team.
it's the G League team.
And then, but he just got an offer to play on the Bucks. You know, now he gonna be playing with Giannis and them. But it's tough.
Yeah, it's
Because
hard,
when them
yeah.
cats play here, they look like LeBron. They look like
Yeah, look at Mike
But when you
Anderson.
compare him to
Yeah.
everybody else, it's not
it's
the same.
different.
Yeah,
And
it's not the
it
same.
was the best players. It was really nobody really close to them.
Yeah.
You know, when we
Yeah.
played against them, we competed.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
But like you playing the best defense you can on Dukes, and he's
Yeah.
still hitting this shit.
He's still
You know what
scoring
I'm
30
saying?
a
You
game.
on him like this,
Your hand in his face.
hand in his face like
Everything.
this, and he
He's running
Yeah,
around the
just-
picks.
just
He's
gifted.
running on the
That's
picks. He don't
crazy.
You know what I'm
stop.
saying? So it's just like, you know, I would score my 20, 25 against his 40, but it's just like, you know, at certain levels to it. You know what I'm saying? Like
And
Mike
everybody not
Anderson, his Mike Anderson to me is the best player in Connecticut right now. You know, even though he's older, but like he has a pro game,
He
and
do.
it's just like when he got the ball in his hand, he controls
He a
the game.
playmaker.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's shifty. It's like he controls the defense, and he's a hell of a skilled player. And his journey was so immersed as far as everyone else's, where he did the JUCOs, you know, and he played a lot of JUCO ball, and then he got his breakthrough,
He played in G League.
and he went to Washington, and then he got in the G League, and it's tough.
It is.
You
Like,
know?
even look at Karan. Karan
You know
is
what I'm
another
saying?
example of that too. Karan had like he could have went far.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just everybody want to be in the hood though, and that's the thing. Everybody want to be in the hood.
Then with the
You know?
accolades that come with being on the streets.
Everybody want to be on Blue Hills, playing in the Rawson tournament,
Them
and,
3-on-3 tournament.
3-on-3, or playing at Parker, and that's okay.
It's nice.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like I knew that's not where I wanted to be.
Mm.
You know, because I knew that even with the engineering, it's just like I'm gonna have something to fall back on. And I'm not knocking nobody who went and played ball, but like most cats that I know went and played 1-2 years, they back home.
They're back home.
They are LP right now,
Playing
trying to
ball.
play.
Fact.
And they
No, that's
ask-
fact.
And they asking me
That's-
when is my next trip.
Yeah,
Fact.
yeah,
But I was gay when I picked up a camera, and
Facts.
I was a bitch because I wanted to be going to school for engineering.
No,
Yeah,
that's
but,
you know
facts,
what I'm
my
saying?
nigga.
So
People
I-
got different visions, man. It's not for some people to understand.
You know what I'm saying?
They want
So
to stay
like,
later though.
I don't hold grudges, but essentially I do because I don't forget what
don't
nobody
forget
said.
certain
You know what I'm
things, yo.
saying? So like, some people said some shit to me where it's just like, yo, why you stop playing ball, this and that, like, and it's just like, yo, I'm living for myself.
Fact.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
want to try something
Now,
different. I
now
want to be
you
in a new
now
field.
you asking me on Instagram when I'm traveling. Like I liked you enough to ask you to come travel with me. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like
yeah.
no, and that's what I'm
Yeah,
getting
it's
now.
fact.
Like,
The
I
reality-
it's
never
the
even
reality
cared
of it,
for
but
it.
that-
It's like, yo, I saw you was in Dubai with these models and this and that. Oh, now I'm relevant.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
now you somebody.
Now I'm somebody. You know what I'm saying? But it's full circle, and it's just like I ain't gonna shit on nobody. Somebody say what up to me, but I see cats now. I don't put my hand out.
Yeah, nah,
You know what I'm saying? I don't put my hand out first because, you know, cats had what they had to say 5 years ago, and I never forgot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You got. Sometimes you gotta make people know, like, yo,
Right.
I'm not the same person I was. Like, everybody's not gonna understand your vision.
No.
Everybody's not gonna understand it. And if you got that foresight, that's crazy that you had the foresight to say, yo, listen, I'm not gonna even rely on ball like that. Like,
Nah.
that's crazy.
No. And I still play. And cats, they hit me up now like, yo,
But
what
it's like
gym is
riding
that?
it's like riding a bike though. You ain't never gonna
Yeah,
forget.
like, and I train that diligence, so like I'm in better shape than most cats who still kept playing.
How you meet Devontae?
So I knew Devontae from Pee Wee, coach pitch baseball in Windsor.
For real?
So like, even though I'm a Hartford kid, my dad lived in Windsor, my mom lived in Hartford.
Okay.
So I always went to Hartford schools, but I played sports in Windsor.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I knew Devontae from 5-6 years old. I was looking at pictures.
You played on the Giants too?
On the Giants.
Oh, word. All right.
So
all right.
I knew Devontae and Terrell from way back.
Yeah,
and since then, they always show me love. They never said no fucked up shit to me. And that's why I bend over backwards for them today.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell them that go a long way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I never had a problem with O'Shane in high school. You know what I'm saying? He asked me to come on here.
No, I feel like me and you had all love in high school.
And no hesitation. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So same thing with Devontae. Devontae always showed me love. Terrell always showed me love. So now with the gym, when they called me 8 months ago and said, yo, we know you the guy for the job. We want a whole new revamp, a whole new rebrand. We want this badass marketing strategy. We don't care how much it is. We're going to work with you.
Mm-hmm.
And we got this retainer deal that's going on where, like, you know, we meet each other, you know, halfway, and they compensate me very well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like Devontae now, since they see the whole inside of post-production and production and
what you got to do, everything that you got to do.
They like, yo,
anything he get a hold of, he go.
So like, you know, quick. Right now we about to film an online program, and it's just like, yo, I want a New York City loft to film it in. He found something better. He's like, yo, I got an auntie in Stanford. I got a loft apartment facing the highway. I'm like, all right, we got to rent these lights. This light. He's like, all right, let me know. And Devontae will order anything I need. So it's just like, okay, now I really want to do the project because you see the value in it.
Facts.
And I could go into like pricing and you know how I do things now. But like when I first started, of course I was a lot cheaper than I am now as far as like bidding for jobs and this and that. And I don't charge by the hour, and let me tell you why. You know, people ask me what's your rate for the hour. You know, if I want to book you for this, which I'm really getting out of that. Like, if you my boy, okay, I'll come and take a couple shots of your birthday and this and that. But like, I'm not doing no baby showers or no weddings or no gender reveals or nothing like that, because that's a videographer, right? That's somebody who gonna do
it's a whole job
for $200 or $300, and that's fine. But where I am right now, I can't afford to do that because
talk your shit.
It
man.
takes away from the other job.
Because I'd rather spend $300 on a course and stay in my house and watch that course than go shoot your baby shower for $300. Now, if I tell you it's gonna be $2,000 to film your baby shower, that's too much, and you don't understand that. But I don't charge by the hour, and you don't want to really charge by the hour because of the industry standard.
Yourself.
But if
you're cheating yourself.
If he shoots your baby shower, it's gonna be a movie,
right? So it's just
that's
like,
not even that. It's like, how do you charge by the hour for the editing? Like,
right?
What do you charge for that?
So I'm gonna go into that. So my entrepreneurship coach always says you never want to charge by the hour because say you charge $100 an hour for your design work, and that's the industry standard. You tell Puma, okay, you will design their co-brand for this new campaign coming out for $100 an hour, and it's going to take you 4 hours, right? Instead of you saying
400,
no, instead of you charging a flat project rate, I use a strategy called value-based pricing, where I can tell you how much something's going to be based off what I value. And that's what got me to the next level. Okay, but you got to be at a certain level for people to respect that. So you say, oh, I want a new iMac. I want a new MacBook.
As a black man telling some white people some shit like that, you gotta come with the heat.
So it's just like, oh, I want a new iMac. Okay, the new iMac, $28,000 starting until you build it up. Not $2,800 starting until you build it up. And it's just like, okay, I want this new iMac. This flat rate could be from 28, or I want to go get a used Honda Civic for $10,000. Right. So now I could give them a rate in between that, or I could say I want $2,800 or I want $10,000 for this project. Right. And that's just your project rate, and that's how much you're gonna get for that. Basically selling for the hour, where you said you wanted $400 for that rate for that project. Puma gonna make $2 million off of that Right, so you just shot yourself in the foot.
Yeah, you're gonna charge
Easily.
them $400.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, oh, you charge $100 an hour, okay.
Oh, say less. I want that. Yeah.
Right, so like you gotta hit them with that knowledge, and a lot of black creatives don't know that. You know, I've been reading a lot of books on pricing and a lot of bidding and a lot of that stuff. I use a price bracketing methodology where I don't give somebody a rate where it's just like, how much to charge for you to come out to my farm and film my cows and show how we milk them. I say, you know what? A project in that criteria, depending on, you know, the flow and the scope of that project, it could be between 8 to 20,000, right? I never give them that exact number because a client might have a $16,000 budget, but you told them 6,000. Right, so you never want to put yourself short.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And these are just some marketing invoicing type of
tactics
as far as like what got me to the next level as far as getting, you know, bigger clients. And you don't want Puma to say how much for this, and you say, oh, 2,000. I'm like, 2,000. He must be either new or not good, or like it's just not legit. Companies want to spend money. Right? They want to get quality for their money. They want to save money, but if I'm paying $60,000 for this project, what am I getting out of the 60? So I spend 3 hours sending out proposals and invoices with line items like, this is for this effect, this is for this visual effect, this is for the makeup art, this is for the venue.
So you itemize
everything, and it's okay. We'll sign off on it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot that goes into it, and it's just not me, right? I gotta hire a sound mixer. Because
you need a team. You can't just do it by yourself.
Exactly. So a $60,000 budget ain't shit. Because I'm probably going home with 8 or 10.
Easily. Because it's not just the people you hire. It's the equipment that you need.
The equipment I got.
Everything else as well too. The spots. The permits.
The permits for the venues. The hair and makeup. The grip and
costumes.
Team, the costumes. Hair and the producer want $1,200 a day. My rate is $1,500 a day. And
you understand why he's not shooting your baby shower, bro?
It's a lot. So like that's pretty much the difference between a videographer and the filmmaking, you know, advertising world, where it's just videographer can just go out to a baby shower, and he got his little Sony or Canon on a little gimbal or tripod and going like this. He's gonna edit it. He might color it depending on what profile he's shooting on. And he might have a little sound mic,
but he gonna put some hella transitions in that motherfucker.
That's what he gonna do.
Some color overlay.
I don't even edit the stuff that I shoot. It goes out to a post-production house, right? So like I'm just there on the set, you know, just filming, right? And then you got a DIT, the person who's in charge of like backing up the footage, is gonna take my memory card, copy it over to another drive on set, and then give it to that other agency. So it's out of my hands. I just got to make sure it looks good.
That you get good quality footage.
Exactly.
That's your only job.
Right. And then they pay me for tech scouts. And the tech scout is for me to go out prior to the shoot to the location and say, okay, let me look at the schematic. And this is when engineering steps in. And that's how I'm able to think strategically on the spot. We're like, okay, we want a 2K light here. We want a M18 8K light here. We want to flag this off all black negative fill to cast a shadow on this scene. We want a M40 here to increase the level on the room. All of that technical stuff, that's what they like. And that's what I get paid a lot of money for.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm pitching to the client and it's just like, okay, he know what he's talking about.
Shit. So you're not just paying for a point and shoot type of thing. You're literally paying for direction.
And that's the difference. That's the difference.
Because it's like you're not going to hire the director to literally just, you know.
Yeah, and there's a misconception on a low budget demographic in the sense of people from Hartford, people from anywhere in the hood, they don't really know the value or know the whole full scope of what goes into video. Because they know a lot of cats that's like in the hood that's out here with a little camera that just want to make $40 or $60
and pay $300 for a transition package,
and that's it. You know, they don't want to put the work in. So it's just like I'm trying to educate people. My whole goal is to create this foundation where I can fly kids from Hartford out to LA, get them on set, let them use a camera for the summer, get them gear to make short films on. And cats in the hood will love that.
Love that.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like put them in an Airbnb in LA, have them work with production teams, curate and stuff, and
see how to feel. And
they gonna come back to Hartford and
really
like, yeah, this ain't for me. I know where I want to be at. You know what I'm saying? So there's no foundations like that, and that's why I'm really trying to, not trying. I don't like to use that word.
That's where I'm trying this with people who can't find success.
Yeah, that's where I'm gonna be at as far as getting that out. Because there's kids on Barber Street that, they on the corner, but they want to shoot movies.
They got potential.
Yeah.
They got potential.
They be on their phone doing it anyway.
Exactly. So it's like, it's kids that could draw, sing, dance, all that in the hood. But they
we
don't have that
the right
guidance.
resources and the right resources to make it happen.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's that.
Like, honestly, when I went to Capitol, the fact that they had like a whole video studio on their like 11th floor, that shit was a blessing for me because it gave me some type of experience on what it means to be in like a professional standard, to be in the recording booth that's actually separate from the actual stage. How to have them bright ass spotlights on you, to have a floor manager, a director, a producer. And every role is basically, everybody have a different role. So you play your role and how everybody come together to basically make the project happen at the end of the day. Because it's not just a one-step thing. You don't just point and shoot and go record and just send it out to them. Like, it's a whole process, it's a vision. You have to actually know what you want before you even step on the actual field.
Right, and don't get me wrong. There's a market for that. Right, there's not everybody want to be on a big film sets. Everybody might want to just be a hobbyist with it. But it's just like you gotta pick and choose your lane as far as where you want to be. But I like working in collaborative settings and big teams and stuff like that because it makes my job a lot easier.
Are you getting into directing?
So when I get about 30, 32, I definitely want to be a director. Right now, I definitely want to stick to being a camera op, a DP, director of photography. But I do want to direct. And the people who come from stills, like photography, are great directors because I got to direct you on how to pose.
Facts.
Most people who are just camera ops or DPs are people who aren't really that social, where like they can only talk to like my first camera assistant, which a first AC is the person who will technically build my camera or pull my focus, or it's a lot that goes into it. And then I got my grip team, I got my gaff team who do my electric and my lights and all that. I got to communicate with them on the two-way. Like, hey, come down a stop on the M18 a little bit. It's a little hot on her.
Because everybody got
a headset. So it's just like, I like that.
I prefer that.
That shit sounds kind of
crazy.
It's crazy.
It's an adventure, but it's an adventure. And then
saying?
when you see the final product of it, it's better. And then editing stuff like that is actually easier.
Right.
Because now you have tapes, in a sense.
You got tapes.
So
and
now you
do
cuts.
A colorist.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can do a base grade color that will look good
cinematically.
But if you really want to go get it to the next level, got to go to a color house.
Fact.
And
somebody who specializes.
Somebody who sit in a dark room with 8K monitors and high resolution monitors and color grading wheels to like get it
literally
dialed
the
in.
Specifics of the mids.
The walls are gray in there, so it doesn't trick the eye from thinking the screen's a different color. There's a lot that goes into it. And then when people who shooting like Transformers or Iron Man or something that has a lot of visual effects, they send those type of stuff to render farms where like you got these big places with big servers. Where like my computer can't render
can't do that.
Optimus Prime
M1
transform into a truck.
Yeah, M1 can't.
You know what I'm saying? So they send it out to maybe they send it out to Germany to a render farm that got a server the size of this house that could really how long that takes? A field of servers.
Just for that.
And like people ask me, how much for a 30-second video?
They got 30. So all right,
like,
before you even say anything on that, all right, I learned this in college, bro. A 30-second video is probably one of the most expensive things that you can actually pay for, because even just to make and produce a 30-second commercial is probably almost a whole day, and if you're lucky,
right? So I'm like, what you mean how much for a 30-second video? I'm like, aren't the Super Bowl commercials 30 seconds?
Yes.
Super Bowl commercials 30 seconds.
Yes.
And those are $30 million commercials.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So like, don't try to like dumb me down in price because you wanted to be 30 seconds.
Exactly.
I still gotta hire a sound guy, a grip and gas, and I still
gotta 30 seconds. Yeah,
but editing 30 seconds is harder than editing like an hour.
Because that 30 seconds gotta be engaging. You know, it gotta be informative. It gotta be,
and you gotta know what the important stuff to put in
All
there,
the
and all of
30
that, because you only have fucking 30 seconds.
And most motherfuckers only last 15.
Exactly. And people don't know it. So that's why maybe 2 years ago I was getting real frustrated with people. And like you gotta excuse their ignorance because they don't know. You know, like there's nobody really from Hartford that went to LA, went to Hollywood, and came back with knowledge. My dad went to school with Eric LaSalle, who was the light skinned brother in Coming to America, the Soul Glow dude. He went to Weaver, same class as my dad. And they said
You went to Weaver?
My dad went to Weaver. And
No, I mean the Soul Glow.
Oh, Soul Glow. Yeah, he went to Weaver.
Wow.
Eric LaSalle.
Oh shit.
And my dad said they used to rank him every day because he used to have his cowboy boots on, leather jacket.
He was an individual.
He used to tell everybody he going to L.A. and he gonna be an actor. And they used to be like, you ain't doing
that shit, nigga. Sit your ass back down
Eddie
there.
Murphy was fucking with him when he graduated senior year and went to the casting. And then now Eric LaSalle was huge. He worth like 40, 50 million. He got the Logan spot for X-Men. He was doing a reality. I don't know for CSI or something. You can look him up. And then he did the Rebound movie with Don Cheadle. Like he's very extensive.
He got a great resume.
Yeah, great. So like now my dad's like, yo, anything could really happen. Even though my dad was against me leaving corporate because I felt like, you know, he really wanted to be that engineer. He wanted to have what I have. And like he did his part as far as being a dad and making sure I was straight.
Yeah, that's what I say. As a father, you always want to make sure your kids are just straight.
Yeah, but like I'm not living for you.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not gonna live your life through me. You know what I'm saying? And I told him that. Like, you wanted to be the engineer. You told me to go to school for engineer, and I did that. And I tried, and I did it. But it just, you gotta accept that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just. He worked hard now. He got a landscaping business. He come home at 3 o'clock, go to work for 3:30, get off at 2. Do it all over again. Instead of him optimizing his business and hiring more people, but that old school Jamaican mentality is that pride is crazy. And he want to keep that money within instead of putting more trucks on the road. Now you got crews in Vernon, you got crews in Tolland, you got crews in Newington, you got everybody. Instead of, okay, I'm done, the business is closed when I go to work. And that old school baby boomer mentality, they don't get.
I gotta keep working.
I gotta keep working. And it's just like, yo, why is you
and I ain't doing nothing if I'm not working.
Why is you still working at Command in Bloomfield? You don't need to be working there. Like, optimize your business. You know what I'm saying? But like, they want that stability. Oh, I need the dental and the health insurance. Yeah. Like, that's why you really there. Like, bro.
Like, nah, even Jamaicans will have their own business and literally not even be the owner of their business. They will literally have themselves listed as an employee just so they can get the benefits of what it comes to being an employee of their own business. I mean that ass. Because if you get hurt on the job of your own business, but you're not the owner and just the employee, you actually get to take advantage of things like that. Like it's different loopholes to things like that, and they find ways around that to basically make it benefit them. So it's a double-edged sword when it comes to that, because it's a blessing and a curse, because they can finesse the system or they end up finessing themselves with the hard work.
Jamaicans finesse everything.
They do. Jamaicans have connections for everything.
Connections for everything.
Everything.
It's just like, I go into Benji's and I'm looking at the food while I'm in there for 30 minutes. I'm watching y'all make my food and I'm in here for 30 minutes.
Can't even do nothing.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, Jamaicans don't understand lean manufacturing. They don't. They don't understand process flow. They don't. Jamaicans is on their time.
On their own time. And that's it.
You can't say nothing to them.
And you can't say nothing to them because they... and you ain't gonna get your food.
Yeah, right.
No time. 40 minutes. It's gonna be 40 minutes.
And you already paid, so you already walk out. So
and your oxtail gonna be looking real skinny by the time you get it, because it's gonna be it's gonna be dry.
You ain't gonna get enough gravy.
The oxtail meat gonna be gravy by the time you get it. You know what I'm saying?
So you just paid $24 for gravy.
$24 for cabbage. Yeah, for real. So it's just like, yo.
Oh man!
You know, it's just, I go on the Benji's, I'm like, damn, the curry chicken right here.
Or when I have that.
I'm like, Winston, what you mean we don't got that?
It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Curry is only available on Thursdays at 4 o'clock, and that's it.
Yeah, they be like, goat head soup only on Fridays from 12 to 1. I'm like, so y'all only make one pot for the family?
And don't refill.
1 hour?
Yeah. I'm like, bro, I can't stand y'all.
I feel like Jamaican restaurants have a standard that they all run by, you know? Like, when you open a Jamaican restaurant, if you don't have run by these standards, you're not a real Jamaican restaurant. Because everyone feels like the same when you go in them shits.
Even the Russell be running out of food. I'm like, yo, it's y'all downtown with the white people, and y'all saying y'all ran out of food?
Yo, listen, man.
Like, y'all bringing this Albany Avenue philosophy downtown where y'all, okay, the Russell like one of the first legitimate Jamaican restaurants that made
and they
it.
food bust money.
And they food good.
That shit's real good.
Yeah. So it's just like, come on.
You can't be slipping like that.
You can't be slipping.
I don't know, man. They be making pots for 1 day, for one hour,
day,
for 1 hour for the day.
1 hour.
You been to the Russell, the Russell on New Britain Ave? The grab and go? Nigga, that's the one I've been going to, and that one, they food been busting, my nigga. That shit be busting, yo. I don't know why, but like, so for me, when it comes to Jamaican restaurants, especially Jamaican restaurants in America, because I know most of them don't actually cook for Jamaicans, if you have good rice, you got me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
they gotta
honest
have
with
the
you.
coconut milk. And
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yes.
Mango peas.
So when I eat the food at the Russell, it honestly tastes just like the food I actually have with my family.
It's a good thing.
Because that's the family.
Yeah.
So when I had the food, it tastes just like
it tastes.
It tastes just like the same thing. I'm like, yo, damn, that's kind of crazy.
Nah,
it's authentic. It's authentic.
Because they cook for Jamaicans. They cook for other people, yo.
It's just like when you go to Benji's and what's the other one? Dunn's River, they commercial.
I don't like Dunn's River.
Where like
they put beer sugar in their shit. They cook for white people.
Brown sugar, and then the white nurses and doctors from St. Francis is going there. Oh my God! Wow,
this is so good.
No, when I was at Pratt, they had this Jamaican spot called Carl's Barbecue and Jerk. It's on Main Street. No, it's on Burnside in East Hartford. That's probably one of the worst Jamaican restaurants to ever open. And the white people there was gassing them like,
oh my God, this is so good. This is the
like,
best Jamaican restaurant ever.
I'm like, my job, bro. I'm like, man, stop playing with me.
Just like white people think Bear's Smokehouse is the best ribs you gonna
get.
Oh
hell no.
I'm like, come to my house.
Hell no.
Let me show you how ribs supposed to taste.
It's funny. I be telling people that same thing. I'm like, y'all want real Jamaican food? Come to my, like, I got you. My brother be cooking on this day. Like, come on, I got you some real food, yo.
Like, white people think beers is the best shit.
They don't. They don't really don't. It's
they don't season anyway.
They don't. They put a pinch of salt,
little ass ground pepper, and call it a day.
Paprika.
Yeah.
That's
oh man.
They don't use McCormick seasoning or Lorry's or nothing.
Some adobo, or not even some sazon or something, man.
Shit don't even
that all
same,
purpose.
That shit look the same color as it did when it came out of the package, man. That's not right. That's not right.
And then they love this shit rare.
Yeah, rare. I mean,
I do
medium.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, like the fact that you work out and you're very health conscious and you have you kind of have a strict diet in a sense.
I got a strict diet, but corporate did that too, because it's just like when you go to these corporate dinners, they just ordering wine.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true.
And I was ordering Sprite and shit. And it's just like my manager pulled me to the side one time and was like, I know you a lot younger and this and that, but like you gotta really like get your grown man stuff on. like you know, get you a nice, find you a wine that you like. You know what I'm saying? You can't be ordering Sprites and shit. Are we out with the clients?
Trying to tell you like, yo,
no, because professionally ordering soda with your clients don't even look right.
Like,
you're a child. You're a child.
So then I was ordering my steaks like a medium well and shit like that. Well done, because that's where I came from.
Yeah, you want your shit cooked.
My father is making well done steak, burning the fuck out of him, and he gonna throw some motherfucking
it's
Montreal
all the way through.
Montreal steak seasoning on that shit, everything.
Some homemade sauce for that shit as well too.
So I'm just like
thin as fuck, like
thin as hell, little ass crab steak, little ass Salisbury steak and shit. So I'm just like,
hey yo, that's facts.
So I'm just like, yo, so my older mentors was like, yo, you can't keep ordering your shit medium well. like we not gonna close the deal. They're gonna be like, yo, this motherfucker ghetto. Like we can't trust his ass eating well done steak. So then over the years, I started getting my shit less and less.
Yo,
You know what I'm saying? So like my girl, she order medium rare, but I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, that's a little bit too
Too
rare.
pink. Too pink for that right
But
there.
then I know people who order their shit rare, and I'm just like,
I ain't
bleeding.
doing that. I ain't doing
But I
that.
get my shit medium. Medium is like mild pink in the middle, and it's good.
I
But,
can't do the pink. I'm on the toilet the next day.
I mean, and you gotta listen to your stomach.
Yeah, that's
you gotta
me.
listen to your stomach. But it's just like corporate helped me like.
It groomed you for a certain type of year. It's like college.
etiquette.
It got the hood shit out of me because
Yeah.
like when I was at Pratt, when I first, I was hood. I was bumping 50 and shit, rolling it loud as hell, rolling into the parking lot. Like many man. They ain't know. Like I was wearing the big pony polos and shit.
Oh
With
shit.
my shit tucked in. And
Tucked
my
in with
sister
the
like,
khakis.
look.
You gotta cut that shit out.
Yeah.
If you gonna wear polo, get the little polo.
polo.
Don't
Little
get the
one.
big loud
Yeah,
shit.
you
little
gotta-
polo.
And like, why is you wearing a little chain to work? Why? So like, my sister, like, you know what I'm saying? She's like, you wearing these baggy ass pants. Get you some chino slim fit.
Facts.
You
Get
know
some
what I'm saying?
tailored shit.
Get you
Yo,
some
that's
nice,
hilarious.
It
bro.
is.
What
But
you
that's
why
how-
you wearing
that's
a
the
little
life
chain
of
to
it.
work.
Get you some. I'm from Broad Street,
Yeah.
South and Hartford. We
Yeah.
wearing big ass clothes.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like, that's all I knew. You know what I'm saying? Like, this one, True Religion was still in. I was
Yes.
looking for True Religion khakis to wear to work.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna be flea
I'm
regardless.
gonna be fly.
But then I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
why is I'm spending $180 on khakis? And then this is one my favorite brand to this day, Banana Republic. That's when I started going in, like getting my corporate shit and like my professional wardrobe and shit like that. And then I got some designer stuff, but like Banana Republic, Express, and other casual male stores. Now you got like Exos, and you got Top Man, and you got like casual stuff. But that's why I started getting like my essential stuff. And then people started like looking at me as like someone that was just clean. Like I had a shirt or a polo for every day of the week, and then like I always had my shit steamed nice and clean.
Yeah,
And just
pressed, all of
those
that.
couples talks I had with my sister and like some mentors, it kind of like shaped me to like want to change.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped listening to rap music as much. Like I started listening to like more like podcasts.
Yeah.
I was listening to like Entrepreneurship Mind podcast because you listen to that rap, selling bricks,
One
shooting
track,
niggas,
man, yeah.
this and that. You gonna be
Your
mad.
mentality is
Your
fucked up.
mentality is just like yeah. And then you work in corporate. Why is you listening to
So
that?
what?
You're not
you-
moving no bricks.
It's like the female
You're not
nurses
busting-
who
yeah.
put trap
And
music
if you
before
want
the
to talk
work.
about that too, we could talk about that too. The nurses be city girls.
No, fuck.
Yeah,
Most of them
facts.
are city girls. And
So-
they be
They
wanting
be wild out here.
they want them thug life niggas
Thug
as well
life.
too.
Thug life.
Which I don't
Outside
get.
drinking outside at 4 a.m.
Thug life.
And then when they get get treated by them thugs, they want to come look at us like, oh, all niggas ain't
Thug
shit.
life.
Like,
That's how
first
it
of all,
is.
bitch, you ain't shit. And your choices of men ain't shit. Don't come blame all of us, man.
Yeah.
Get your ass a nigga with 9 to 5. Stop playing with that.
Facts, yo.
Yeah, but
Stop
they don't want
listening
no
to
9 to
Brees
5
Simone.
nigga because he can't buy them no Birkin bag.
Facts. Or no
These
Chanel.
niggas, these drug dealers can't buy no Birkin bags neither.
They can't
But
because they don't know a Birkin bag costs 100 racks.
And you can't just get one.
You can't just get one. Just like I can't go to Porsche tomorrow and say I want a GT3. They're gonna be like, who the fuck is you?
Yeah, facts.
Superman King, we don't
Yeah.
fucking
Facts.
know you.
Yeah, I don't know
You
Facts.
have a- you have a blue check to get a GT3.
Yeah.
That they only make 100 of those a year.
Facts.
You know what I'm
Getting
saying?
that.
You're
They're
not
gonna sell it
getting
to
that.
somebody who's actually be worth it.
Exactly.
Gonna be benefit from
You
that
know what I'm
shit.
saying? Tiger Woods, LeBron James.
Facts. Somebody with a
niggas
name.
like that.
Somebody with a household
or like
name.
somebody that's really vouching me to get this car, and I want a Porsche GT3, but I gotta get a blue check, or I gotta get on Forbes, I gotta get on something
Something.
to really 'cause
That
them
millionaire list.
shits-
They not about to-
Yeah, 'cause
they
I'm
not
about
about
to
to give it to
I
you.
go get a GT. I can go get a Cayman 911, but that's just a watered down version of the GT3. GT3.
You want the real thing.
0 to 60 in 2.9.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
And what you put them was pretty nice too.
Yeah, and I worked hard for that. You know what I'm saying? And I went to New Country, and they looking at me like
That's how you know he grew up in a
they
Jamaican
looking at
home.
me before I got the Ford, and they looking at me. I'm like, I'm looking at cars. I said, I want that one. I went in there and they like not fucking with me. Like they like he another hood nigga that's from the other side of the bridge. You know the other side of the bridge where you end up on Main Street, New Country, right there on Western Street. They probably thought I was another hood nigga like that, bro. I put $1,000 on that car when I seen it just to hold it. And I needed a co-signer because I never had a $50,000 loan or something like that. So my dad had to co-sign for me. And thank God for him on that. But like I'm able to sustain the payments. I didn't lease it. We bought this shit.
Facts. It's yours.
You know what I'm saying? I put money down.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So just like I worked for that. I always wanted a BMW. I had a 3 Series before. And it's just like I like that clean, not too flashy. Like I'm
sounds quiet to drive.
I'm not like a flexer type of dude. Like I'm not about to have like bust down watches, this and that, because my soul is rich. You know what I'm saying? I could go get me a bust down or name that a chain that says scuba. I want a nice scuba chain someday, but it's just like I'm not buying like these G Stars, these $300 jeans. They a lot, but like I'm not buying no Marys. You feel me for $1,500 or $2,000? I don't need it because look, I could be at Live in Miami. You could be at Live. You could have all your shit on, bro. And the bitch, she's still gonna be trying to get with me.
Facts.
And I can still go up to her and she's still gonna fuck with me because you got all this ice on, but you got no soul inside.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a cover up.
It's a cover up. You know what I'm saying? And I've been in the Miamis. I've been outside. Working in fashion.
In Dubai.
Working in fashion. Dubai is a huge market for city girls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the city girl market in Dubai.
It's crazy out there.
If you thought it was busting it up here for nothing,
like in Dubai,
they get flown out.
Yeah, but the girls in Dubai want 15 to 2,000 dirhams just to be with you for the night.
What's
and
that?
dirhams, that's like 1,500 dirhams. It's probably like almost 2,000 US.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So like
for the night.
Yeah, and these are the girls you see on the Explore page, but y'all don't know they're selling pussy though. You know what I'm saying? This ain't censored, right?
No.
Okay.
I like hearing this shit. Let's go.
Them girls out there in Dubai, they selling pussy. All these Instagram girls,
you gotta know that.
I
know that.
You gotta know that.
Working with this brand, they doing this and that. That's not paying
you
for
getting
them
fucked.
Louis Vuitton bags.
Yeah, it's the pussy.
You see a lot of young bitches out in Dubai with old niggas.
Facts.
Like old niggas from France that's 60 years old walking them around
with a bag.
Yeah,
they the one with the bag. They paying for that
this
shit.
black market shit is crazy out here, and it's just like we get to Dubai, and I bought my boys the first time went for my birthday, and we went to the 5 Palm Jumeirah, which is on the man-made island that looks like a palm. You look at it from a bird's eye.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It looks like a palm. Yeah. So we on that. It's like $400 or $500 a night during the week, and on my birthday it was like $900 for that Saturday. But like we all split it and shit like that. Like I invited people who I knew who can afford it. You know what I'm saying? And that's
that's the whole other conversation.
Motherfucker go get dinner, you can't pay for nothing.
Right.
You can't be like them females who get trapped in Florida.
We look like an AAU team. Everybody 6 feet, bags and shit on. Bitches is looking. I'm like, nah. Like girls came up to us and was like, we about to be at the pool in like 20 minutes and we want y'all to come type shit. So we like, oh shit. Damn, this shit easy as a motherfucker. I'm like,
now you gotta come with a bag.
Yeah. So we get down there and my boy B, he like really, he pushing at him. And then they just like, oh yeah, like we working girls, and it's just like
working as in what?
Working
what
the
you
hotel?
Yeah, concierge, hookah girls.
Yeah.
Like, what y'all doing?
Y'all the tour?
Look, they're like, we're gonna cut the chase. Like we want to fuck, but it's gonna cost. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like,
okay.
It's just like. That's
either you with it or you're not.
That's what it is. And like you go to DR, you can get it for 40, 60, 80. You go to Colombia, you get it for the same price. But you gonna Dubai, them bitches from Fiji, them bitches from Australia, them bitches from London.
It's the exotic bitches that niggas want.
And let me tell you, I'd rather fuck with me a hood bitch from Blue Hills, cause she gonna have better grease. Her body
right. Yo,
come on,
you know
what I'm saying?
Hey, that's some real shit.
And it's just like, don't suck my titties too hard. They not real. Or like, they got these fake ass lips, or
Damn.
don't hit it from the back too much.
Yo, you
like, I
speaking-
just
yo.
got my, come on.
You
I've
speaking on
been
experience?
outside.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
alright,
My girl
alright.
can't see this though.
Oh,
You know what I'm
hey.
saying? But it's just like she at the crib now. My girl Moroccan, and it's just like I always liked exotic girls.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So you
been
know what it's
You've
about.
been to Egypt, right?
Nah, I ain't been to Egypt yet.
Yeah.
No?
Nah, I ain't been to Egypt yet. But it's just like them definitely on my list for sure. COVID fucked a lot of shit up. I was supposed to be
It
going
did.
a lot of places with brands, and they canceled all the campaigns because of COVID.
So you still got the contracts with the brands and everything?
Oh yeah. I got the contracts with the brands and shit like that. But as far as like Dubai and like the girls and shit like that, it's all money, bro. Like this shit. So like this. So my shit just got published in this magazine here.
Oh, you
It's a
did that
huge
picture?
magazine. Nah, this is my picture right here. So this was shot out in Levine, Arizona, out in the desert, and this my credits right here.
Oh shit.
And then, so this in the magazine and shit like that. So like I can show y'all some stuff. So I just did Sports Illustrated Swim Week out.
What?
And
Damn.
yeah, let me show y'all.
Yeah.
Let me go back. So
You got at least a
so, like,
256 gig on phone, huh?
for sure.
Yeah.
So, like, this the hotel like they put us in. This is the
Oh,
guitar
that's way-
hotel.
look at
That's
the
in
guitar.
Miami. That's in Fort
Fort
Lauderdale.
Lauderdale.
right?
Yeah.
I
And
stayed
then,
down
like,
the street from that shit. That shit's
That
big.
shit
as
crazy.
fuck.
So like credentials, all that shit is like no game security, and then sponsored by Captain Morgan.
Oh shit.
And then like my shit, I was contracted to fly a little aerial and then some ground footage. This is Tinashe right here. So I pretty much got to shoot with like most of the artists that they had out there. And then this is a real Jamaican spot out in Miami. It's called Juni's. It's where they shot Shatas at.
Oh, I remember Junie.
Yeah.
I heard of
It's
Junie.
the best Jamaican food, bro. I'm
Word?
telling
It's in
you,
a plaza, yo.
It's in a plaza.
I think I've been there. I've been there one
They
time.
shit wild.
Yeah, yo,
They shit
yeah,
wild.
this
They
is crazy,
oxtail
it's
like
crazy.
this.
Yeah,
Oh,
So, like
shit.
I was having all
Yeah.
like the film crew out there, like getting the people.
Eat some
on
real
me.
Jamaican food.
Yeah, they like so like private parties and shit like that, and then like sponsored by Don Julio.
Shit.
So, like this is why I go hard every day. You feel me? And like
Yeah.
they're not gonna reach out to me. I reach out to
To
them.
them.
I say, how y'all doing? I'm just checking in.
This is what I
you know
do.
what I'm saying? So just like red carpet shit, and hear that rare meat I was telling y'all about.
Oh,
You know what I'm
that
saying?
shit
Yeah,
pink
you
as
know
hell.
But
it.
it's just like that's how they eat. But like this life is crazy. Look at this. These all blue check people, millionaire people. We the only black motherfuckers in here.
Oh,
but it's just like I brought my man's Brandon with me because he wanted to come, and I'm like, yeah, I got a +1. And then Don Julio, look at this. It's crazy. And what's this right here? Oh, from the hotel. And then I got promoters that fuck with us in Miami. Like this is a section. We in a section. And then what else? This is Olivia Cope though. She's dating the #1 running back in the NFL right now. She's from Rhode Island. And like she like, could you take these photos of me? I gotta get them off into the magazine so my publicists can see me in them. And then they hooked us up with these private concert tickets. And then it was by Tinashe, like pit seats right in the front. And then Meg Thee Stallion was on the cover this year. So Meg came down, took my phone, and somebody hit the lock button, bro. She was about to do a video on my shit. And like, I'm like, yeah. Meg, no. That's why if I was a celebrity, a lot of these niggas would be fucked up.
Yeah.
They would be going on some real shit.
My
So
nigga
it's
ain't
just
playing
like-
no game.
No
Like
game.
this is one of my shots
Nigga
with
talking
Tinashe.
shit.
Tinashe, this Golden Barbie, she's really big. That's a photo I just showed y'all with and like this is like the meet and greets and stuff like that. And then she posted my stuff, but I respect these models here because like they really gonna get their shit.
Facts.
Like
They
you know what I'm saying?
working.
You know what I'm saying? Like she got that's a big
And she
price
bought that
bust
from
down.
me. She bought that
that.
from me. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, let me show y'all some better shit. Then Miami Swim Week is even better. What is shit at?
So you got credentials, my nigga.
Yeah, I got credentials where you really gotta like
Google my
y'all
nigga,
don't
pretty
know.
much. Google my
Yeah,
nigga.
basically, bro.
Damn.
Y'all don't know 50 fuck with me. 50 fuck with me in a club. You know, fresh bottles. You know,
Oh
fresh
shit.
bottles.
Oh
50
shit.
I be like, yes sir, cuz
Oh,
50 fuck with me.
shit.
Bro, I'm on my way.
You
know what I'm
pretty
saying?
much
That's why-
did.
That's why I be
my
in
nigga.
Windsor on my computer. I don't be outside. You know what I'm saying? I'm focused, bro. Can't nobody fuck with my emotional, my mental toughness right now. Like I could be outside right now, but
Facts.
I'm straight. I went and got a girl from OT from Boston because you ain't gonna really find nothing that nobody really done got in Connecticut. So it's just like, bro,
ain't nobody out here can say they hit your girl.
I hope not. Shit. This is some Red Bull stuff I did in March. Like, these are like top writers in like the country right now. Some screen grabs, and then what else I got in here? Yeah, some like behind the scenes stuff. But it's just like, you know, with the work that goes into it's a lot of work.
That's a lot of equipment.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of equipment, bro. And then flying this shit out, flying this shit. So that's the brand logo right there, the agency. And then, you know, like I got production guys out in Florida that I can rent this stuff from. You know what I'm saying? This is my boy Austin. Like, I got a film guy in each state. They're like, yo, you need grip, you need a gaffer.
I got
just pay me $300 and I'll get it. I'll get $300. All right. So it's just like this.
300 is lightweight.
This is Jet Lawrence. He's the #1 writer. He's sponsored from Honda. He's sponsored by Red Bull. Like, he's like a top dog. He's 17 years old, already a millionaire.
Wow.
And it's just like, I got to interview him, and I got to put him on the thing. And then this is some real LA stuff. This is out in LA, like full out production. This is my PA helping me out on set. And then like getting the lights and the grip team and getting all of this, getting the level right in the room and all that stuff. It's a lot of work. Like, this shit is really tough. And another podcast, that's Jacob too, by the way. You guys podcast.
Yeah, shout out to Jacob, because I heard he'd be doing his thing too.
Yeah, but it's just like, you know what I'm saying, this is how I travel with my shit. I got Pelican cases, $400 Pelican cases, where it's just like, most cats gonna be like, I'm gonna put my shit in the backpack, and it's just like, this shit ain't going under the plane. I would check like lights and seasons and shit like that, but like camera stuff.
Yeah, that come with you.
I was just in Paris. They lost my bags. I get to New York City. They're like, "Oh, your bag's still in Paris, but we gonna bring it to your house."
Nah,
bro, I got so much money in my shit, bro. But they really brought the shit to my house. It flew from JFK to Bradley. Somebody dropped it off from Bradley. It was packed the same way. I packed my shit the same way every time. So nobody went in my shit. And then this was a Ralph Lauren campaign I did in Arizona, and then this is out in Dubai.
That's wavy.
Yeah.
Right. So the client, like after we was done shooting, the client went and rented out some ATVs for us.
Have some fun.
And then this is the yacht that we shot the campaign on. That's the world's tallest building in Dubai. That's the Burj Khalifa. Yeah. So this boat is $15K a day to rent. It's a $30 million yacht, and then like. All these
fuck $15,000 a day.
Yeah, the client. So like, this all the crew on the boat. Everybody rich. People living like Monaco. People living like Paris. All over. And then it's just like at times like this, I just laugh, and then like I could cry too, because it's like, bro, how the fuck did I get here?
Yo, that's
is it surreal sometimes? Like,
it's surreal.
Nigga,
sometimes.
I'm proud of you,
like,
my nigga.
It's just like, how the fuck? Like, I'm a kid from Hartford, bro, and it's just like how the fuck did I get here? And like I had to go eat upstairs, and it's just like, yo, you okay? I'm like, yeah. But like I had to go really thank God for these opportunities, because it's just like, how the fuck did I get to Dubai? Yeah. I'm from Broad Street in Maple. How the fuck did I get to Dubai? My parents, nobody in my family ever even been on to the Eastern Hemisphere. You know what I'm saying?
You're breaking generational curses.
You know, how the fuck did I even drove a jet ski out here to take this picture? And it's just like, bro,
that's fire. To be able to say you had that memory.
And then there's some stuff with like Terrell and Devontae, and it's just like, yo, shooting their campaign and like getting their shit looking right. You know what I'm saying? It's just
and
like,
they somebody who's gonna be competing with the LA Fitnesses and all of them soon.
No, bro, they set themselves apart from.
They set themselves apart.
Yeah, they don't have. There's nobody in their lane. Right
No, nobody in their lane at all.
Yeah.
And it's just like, here's some commercial stuff for a restaurant out in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. This is the Marriott International Chef's Day campaign. Here's some like social media stuff that I shot, like in their rooms and stuff like that. Like real commercial stuff that you'll see on the websites. Here, she's the #1 bartender out in Cabo, and we're supposed to shoot again, but like the infrastructure of the building had to be reinforced. But like all these different types of videos, bro. Like I send 100 emails a day. I get up at 5 o'clock and I send emails. And it's just like, nobody's gonna call you if you want that work. You gotta really go put the work out there. Like, you gotta be at a certain level, of course, but like you really gotta like put yourself out there